top stories. UCM President YK Dhiren lashes out at centre PR government for prioritizing festivals rather than resolving conflict. Twin death at RIMS Hospital due to alleged negligence sparks outrage. OPD services suspended over assault on consultant. And flood-affected victims of Mayang Imphal eagerly wait for government's aid. Good evening and welcome to ISTV English News at 8. Now we have the detailed news. President of United Committee Manipur, YK Dhiren, has lashed out at the centre and PR government of Manipur for prioritizing merry-making festivals rather than resolving conflict and further urged the people not to participate in such festivals. He made a statement during the rituals of Langban Haitha Laitha performed for martyrs at the Great June Uprising Memorial Complex, Kekrupad. UCM General Secretary Santa Nahakpam and other eminent personalities, leaders of various women organizations too attended the occasion. YK Dhiren continued that since 2001, Langban Haitha Laitha is performed every year to pay tributes to those who have made supreme sacrifices while protecting the unity and integrity of the motherland. On the other hand, he stressed the need of the indigenous communities to safeguard the territorial integrity of the state. According to him, prioritizing individual community interest over collective well-being might lead to downfall of the society. YK Dhiren also lamented over the centre and the PR government for giving importance on festivals instead of addressing the condition of the IDPs and the people of the state.
Hawaii Ponta Pikraba Dunlaba, a Toba Mayama, Equi, Lady Tanja, she the crisis as if has not resolved. Tonaba, central government, state government, Langak Anishi Tassen, Rakanda, Afaba, Langak Sassan, Namuki Mami, Labaki, the Lulo Blow, lay have said, Lamdam Shigi, Kunai Shigi Miam, the indigenous people, the Kangan Bagi Mota, Makoina Kaisulator, the crisis as she, Natayaka Tambagi Mong, the Tamakanda, Festival Lomda, Sangai Festival, Atu Festival, and Adu Romde Hena, Kok Tatarakanda, Madu the Miam Singashi, Nahon Nabo Honorek Pose, Mashi and a live activity, Miamgi. Kuala Musung Miang, Wakalon singer say, Natayrakanda, Festival Lomda, my own Zilaga, Zaki Bibasina Hayang, Tungda, Crisis Himatakta, and the Miam Gipen the Vikolama, La Pusuya have say, I call United Committee Manipur, my Kadigi, Tamzaba Wafamnia.
Tension-gripped Regional Institute of Medical Sciences, RIMS, hospital this morning following the death of another patient due to alleged negligence by the hospital. A woman who was admitted for child delivery died post-delivery, leading the family of the deceased enraged over the reported negligence and left the attending physician assaulted by a mob. The injured doctor is said to be undergoing treatment. It may be mentioned that RIMS witnessed similar protests yesterday following the death of a 50-year-old Yambem Sanjoy of Bamon Kampu Mealaikai, which too was alleged to be due to professional negligence by the attending doctor. The patient who died today was identified as Singsubam Ongbi Manju, 36 years, wife of C.H. Niran of Lilong Chajing Awang Laikai. C.H. Niran told media persons that his wife was admitted at the hospital for delivery on 16 September and at 2:30 p.m. yesterday she had caesarean section and gave birth to a baby girl. Post-delivery, his wife experienced bleeding and she underwent another operation at 7:30 p.m. last evening, he said. After her operation, she was kept at Neuro ICU and on the wee hours of Sunday, she was declared dead by the doctor. The family held talks with the medical superintendent of RIMS, but after both parties failed to reach an agreement, the bereaved patient party resorted to assault and vandalism of hospital property. It has been stated that the family of the deceased held another meeting with the authority of RIMS Hospital.
some for the technology and the demand the TV machine had to do na agent challenge when to that like but on demand and local from the Semua kalau semua saya boleh wali ni ada tahu ada di boleh tahu jadi kamu bukan dokter nam cina dengan ilo ini bukan blood bill ilo bukan yang cina ayu sari oksigen mana mana pasang ilo mana cina mana kamu itu yang nak ada lagi itu mana ada nak kalau makan di itu kan ini sangat baik kan
Teachers and Medical Officers Association Tamoa of RIMS has announced the suspension of all medical services, including outpatient OPD, emergency, routine OT and PME with immediate effect. In a resolution passed, Tamoa strongly condemned the attack and the reported false allegations circulating on social media, which it says have further endangered healthcare providers at the institute. The association expressed solidarity with the affected staff and demanded urgent action to restore a safe and secure working environment at RIMS. Tamoa made 5 key demands and said normal duties will only resume once their demands are addressed. Mayang Imphal is also one of the most affected regions in the recent flood. The flood has left many farmers and fish farmers in distress as paddy fields and fish farms have been inundated with water. With their livelihood being destroyed in the flood, distressed residents and farmers sought immediate attention of the state government to address their grievances. Here is a report.
Due to the continuous rainfall in the past days in Manipur, several places of Imphal East and Imphal West district are inundated, leading to the devastation of the dwelling houses, paddy fields, fish farms, agricultural land, etc. are all inundated now, and the farmers are facing a very grievances, and also they are facing a lot of the problem due to the inundation of these vast extending fish farms and paddy fields here. So they are facing a lot of the problem here because they have lost a lot of money they have expended, and they have expended a lot of labors, money and also time. For all this they have lost due to the inundation of this vast extending agricultural land as well as the fish farm. So they want to draw the attention of the government immediately. That is, they want the government to intervene immediately, and even they want the government to provide their compensation. So we have to wait and watch how the governments are intervening in this situation and how the government will provide the compensation to the victims of this flood. So and also it is necessary to see what may happen to the life of this farmer of this area. So according to the report called from this area, the people especially residing in these areas are facing a lot of the problem and the grievances. So they want to express something through the ISTV news. So let us see how they are facing the problem due to this inundation of the vast extending areas of the agricultural land and also the fish farm with an ISTV report.
Masi surrounding le problem dagina kaitharak basi phuz yankhai humphumuk changchi kaithare adu taktharak basina iram sipai le problem phibo le jono drom mang hai tare swaida leisum taktaraga sirai adugo jono do makhal kai simma leire pabideksi mama le kai maning le kai hai tare si anam manadi le problem swai sidadi lowna nam boin tawinga gi yam ko taw aduga khetang haidarak budai lowgi Frangi wana number tawre masi charangna thama mada yam drabda lupa lising drummer full laki mathak hadana bangaktani tugi matik ayam na loina mang hai tare nga khara le ho basi kannaba langnari adubu tammangam dre nong singi fiam lagadi lerai kanal phatabani na sing mabuk thalle rabani na masi yarakpa sungyak da basi nebi ni kaidring da lupa lang mari rom sagdan khalam bane adu hojiti kai gram kayam leram doino haibadum di tammangam dre from dagi kaidagi laga mungi sagi angang nubi semba adagidi melton tawba punamoksi famde loin tawbanina masi sokpadi yam soe mangi basi kanada kamai tor mamang da su amata su kan tawba yaugidri phangba su yaugdi lakpadi khara lakhi aduga simak phange khole haibadudi masi bo phangbadi leitri masi government gi side dagidi masi moina mateng khetang di toning ngami singi nosidadi.
Meanwhile, the president of Irabo Foundation Manipur, Mr. K.S. Gopen Luang, who visited these vast extending flooded areas, and he want to express something about the grievances of the farmers and the fish farmer, agricultural farmer through an ISTV report. So let us see how he expressed the grievances of the farmers, and also he also draw the attention of the government to intervene immediately and to solve the problem faced by the farmer of this area.
Manipur gi oina Lengaxina, quick response team Mamasyamakanda, assessment Nama district Kudingi, and the Kisauks in Amaramoga, Mangi Singsi, Lopum Tui, Aduga Lobogaluna, Mogi Warabasing the government Karito Wayabage, Hibagi, Porto Tizen Bamtui, Aduna Sumana, Low the Mangi Sings in Masigi Lopumse, September, Lorabina, Low Pomsanaba, Nakoi Masi, Horomatam, Nasi Lopumzima, Pramanga, when he came Silpayaro, posing Aduga, Nazingina, Yolakanta, Imun Taka, the Bagi problem, Amdo, Koimun Sida, Koyam Sound, Mayon, Habasi, Rabo Foundation, Manipuri, my Ketegi, assessment in a Quil Pangzare, Adun Hasipa, we go in a day, so my case from the Mangiba, Quigi, Lopomum, the Quigi Farmum, Torbissing the Lupalang, Manimangami, Mangagi Mangbaze, putting a power, the Pesasia, Tokimatic Yamna Saukre, Yam Tuba, the Koimasi assessment, Amatorbisi, Heglubaga, Koimam, the Zusima similarly have to Hizaraki. Aduga district Kudingi, Quina, locally reporting here, Quina, Yamaexum, the Lebak Miam, the Zumayam Goiva, Subqui report, Amazumayam, the Tamzage, Matam Lebikabita, Quinasum Tingnabase, Ising Nishao, Ikang, Kain, my whole lang boy or government Gikano Singse, Muzi Adam Manning the Lehova. Ira Foundation Manipur, Lomi Prasazing, Samnaraga, Mapam from the Salaga, Swine and Low reports, Lakte, Kote, having Mapam like the winner. Karai, the Lori report, no, Tangtrata, State of me in a Pingo, Podona, Nga Pari, Bokoliba, Sigi, Marakta Sulakte, Manu Hanzalaga Sulakte, Matai the Sulakte, Government Zika, Government Zeduna, quite a Sam book, Moida, Wakalam books, Towning Late, where government negligence in Sakwe, Foundation Manipur, condemned away, Atuba Matamda, Mapam Sinbatuna, assessment, government, you will lobby you. So he wondering that Moigi accounting to the direct benefit transfer system, the Pasha Sabsing of Kapiu, Masuma Sing government, Yamuna, and Haxan and Lobira Kanda, victim or Singsi Yapanaba, Kitang Lokapu have a Quigi, Yahoo Tang government, Maika, Kuapilam Tangosaki.
From all this reason that the farmer have mentioned previously about their grievances due to the inundation of this water, it is immediate necessity to intervene and even to provide the compensation to the affected farmers if possible. For ISTV News, I am Kumarjit Wahengbang with cameraman Jikagan Sharma reporting for you from Mayang Imphal West District.
Chairman of Citizen for Justice Manipur, Advocate Khaide Mani, has stated that it is now necessary to review to the merger agreement of Manipur signed between the Government of India. Speaking to media at Manipur Press Club, Khaide Mani reflecting on the ongoing 28 months long crisis in the state and pointed out that even under President's rule, peace and free movement along national highways, particularly for Meiteis, remain restricted. He asserted that this goes against the spirit of law and public expectation and called for the constitutional rights of citizens to be restored, especially the freedom of movement and dignity of life. Mani further urged all armed and unarmed groups to refrain from actions that escalate violence or cause panic, saying such events only distract from the core issue, which is the lawful and rightful return of internally displaced persons to their ancestral lands. He also expressed serious concern over the failure to implement legal protections for women and children, protections that are critical in times of displacement and crisis. Mani also condemned the recent ambush at Nambol Sabal Lekai on September 19, calling it unjustifiable and a cause of immense pain to the families of the affected Jawans, who are also part of Manipuri society. He called on all stakeholders to choose peace, dialogue and justice as the only way forward, while warning that violence only deepens wounds and delays reconciliation, justice and the restoration of rightful protections.
UPSC da taba hapode hena kodong chaba pigani haida su tawdre Manipur buning chi jana ngak sengani administration tawgani hairaga yengbida ba yengbo watpa mayam sile buna harate ki to khaina taba ta da bi wafam natabada maja agreement se amuk hanna yengbina ba Bharat Sarkar ki president da takshin bigi matok tare.
Speaker of Manipur Legislative Assembly, Thoksom Satyabrata, has conferred with the title of Khongul Liba today as he dedicated the historic Lengondabi Lake to the people. Lengondabi Part Preservation and Development Society, Koiren Kasar, in association with Athoba Singhi Liklam Thibalop Manipur, organized the traditional Langban Haisoi offering ritual in honor of the brave forefathers of Manipur. Speaking on the sidelines, President of Athoba Singhi Liklam Thibalop Manipur, Nandu Tekcham, said the lake is closely associated with Manipuri's history, stating that it is where the then King Gambhir Singh regrouped scattered Meitei warriors and forced out Burmese invaders. The place, however, was found registered under few people of Kasar, following which the association over the past 4 years had been working to reclaim the place, he said, and further revealed that upon approaching Speaker Thoksom Satyabrata, he generously bought the place, which is about 1,43,000 square feet, and donated it to the two associations in order to develop it as a historical site. During the event, Speaker Thoksom Satyabrata emphasized on the historical significance of Lengondabi Lake and said he has dedicated the place with the hope to save the Meiteis, recognizing the story behind the lake in liberating the Meiteis from the Burmese. He then appealed to the people to extend support and cooperation in developing the site.
Akoina khanabada yan maru ba jaga amani su mafam siligi leiri adu ngarang su awapali da salaga akoi si mata khana ni na kan su community hall mo mo ma apun da ba sawi wa khana ni mafam siga ko bi da leiri ba akoi gi aru tangka kaya da fajana ting pang ba fajana wa khan thopa lan ngam ba pino gi wa khan no chingdo akoina mangan da na bai da mutta ngasi masigi mafam si sembat basangi haidan lawi.
Normal life has been affected in Manipur due to the 24-hour Bandh called by the Armed National Revolutionary Front Manipur (NRFM) in opposition to the Manipur Merger Agreement of September 21, 1949. Khwairamband and other major markets, shops and establishments remained closed owing to the Bandh. Passenger vehicles stayed off the road. Fire, water, media and other emergency services were exempted from the Bandh. On the other hand, security measures have been heightened to prevent any untoward incident during the Bandh. The Haibongpok Pi Apunba Naharol Association organized the Langban Haisoi Katpa ceremony at Haibongpok, paying tribute to the brave hearts who lost their lives in the Manipur conflict that began on May 3, 2023. Local elders, mothers and family members of the deceased offered floral tributes to their portraits in a heartfelt act of remembrance. Alternate Housing Complex Relief Camp Committee, Meitei Council More Meitei Lai Thogalup and Lining Thau Sanamahi Puya Santoklup More jointly organized Langban Haisoi Katpa ceremony for the elders who have died and the brave hearts from More and Churachandpur at Langol Game Village Zone 3 Alternate Housing Complex Relief Camp. Joint Coordinating Committee Laimanai also observed similar event at Laimanai Meeting Shang. Langol Laimanai and elders and mothers from the surrounding areas offered floral tributes to the photos of the brave hearts who died in the conflict and offered fruits as part of the ceremony. Under the theme Echoes of Naga Rekindling the Flame of Unity, the Naga Welfare Manipur University organized the Cultural cum Literary Meet 2025 at the University Auditorium. The event was graced by MLA of Nungba Assembly Constituency Dinganglung Gangmei and MLA of Karong Assembly Constituency J. Kumo Shah as the main guest. Tamenglong Deputy Commissioner L. Angshim Dangshawa Maring attended as the resource person. In her address, President of Naga Welfare Manipur University, Professor Manini, stated that the event provided a platform for the Naga students in the university to showcase and preserve the distinct identity and cultural heritage. She further noted that the program served as a platform for fostering mutual understanding among various communities while also providing space for the voices of diverse ethnic groups to be heard and appreciated. She expressed hope that such initiatives would continue to promote unity and harmony across the region.
This is my message to the Nagas community, to the people of Manipur, that there is a long way to go, and I'm sure that the young students, the research scholars and all these youths can bring change in the society. That is the main reason that today we brought forth together in spite of all the challenges that we come forward to bring changes in the university as well and to give message to the Manipur people to have hope and to have come together with love and cooperation and unity.
Primary Health Center PHC Samura in Imphal West today conducted a free health camp under the Swasth Nari Sashakt Parivar Abhiyan. The camp provided a wide range of free medical services benefiting more than 130 people from the surrounding areas. Among the services offered was specialist consultations in obstetrics and gynecology and dentistry, both supported by experts from Wangoi. The camp also provided general medicine, non-communicable diseases, NCD screenings, pediatrics, tuberculosis services led by the district TB officer, screenings for cervical, oral and breast cancers, family planning counseling, routine immunizations, anemia Mukt Bharat interventions, free laboratory tests and medication distribution, among others. Additionally, important digital health services like Aadhaar ID creation and PMJY CMHD card registrations were facilitated on site. An eye checkup station was also set up through the humanitarian support of JC Optical Samuro, offering free vision tests to all attendees. The day also featured an engaging health talk on nutrition as part of the ongoing Poshan Ma Awareness Initiative. In an effort to raise awareness on environmental conservation, a public awareness program on the ban of single-use plastic was held today at Mayeng Lamjau Awanglekai Community Hall in Kakching District. The event was organized under the initiative of the Directorate of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj, Manipur. The program saw active participation from various grassroots groups including the Mayeng Lamjau Gram Panchayat, village-level federations, Lingjel, Lamjingbi, Mangal and Thaujal, as well as Laimanai self-help groups, Asha and Anganwadi workers, and members of the village water sanitation committee. A highlight of the event was a single-use plastic ban awareness rally which began at Mayeng Lamjau Makhalekai Community Hall, proceeded along Burma Sugnu Road and concluded at Lamjau Awanglekai. The program was graced by Dr. Okram Jotin, OC Inspector of Waikong Police Station, Urikinbam Narzit, AE Kangabam Roshan of PHCD Kakching and Panchayat Secretary Kumalambam Lemba of Mayeng Lamjau Gram Panchayat as its main guest, and also featured Anand Waikom, President of Workers Union Manipur, and Shintangamba Laishram, President of Eco Network Manipur, as the resource persons. PCCF and HOFF and Additional Chief Secretary Textiles, Commerce and Industry TCI Anurag Bajpai visited and reviewed various schemes and projects in Kamjong district covering villages such as Lungfu, Shingcha and Bungpa Kulen. The Additional Chief Secretary was accompanied by Conservator of Forests Eastern Circle, Debala Laifrakpam, Director Handloom and Textile Elangbam Jiten, DC Kamjong District, Rangnamai Rang Peter, Divisional Forest Officer DFO Napoleon Rongmai, and other DLOs. During the discussion with the village headmen and authority leaders of Lungfu village, Anurag Bajpai appreciated their efforts for maintaining a dense community forest reserve and informed them of the efforts which Forest Department is taking up for their development. He apprised them of the benefits which the community will get by capitalizing the forest resource base, thereby uplifting the living standard of the villagers. He directed the DFO to install camera traps in coordination with the village authority in Lungfu Community Reserve for assessing the wildlife diversity. He encouraged the villagers to grow bamboo on Zoom lands under agroforestry model, as the bamboo will fetch commercial benefits for them in the near future with possible investments in the state. Later, the Additional Chief Secretary Textiles, Commerce and Industry TCI with his team visited the site proposed by the DFO Kamjong at Shincha village for developing ecotourism. In national news, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said next-gen GST reforms will come into force from tomorrow on the first day of Navratri. Addressing the nation this evening, Modi said the GST Budget Utsav will begin from tomorrow and people can buy their choice of goods at a lesser price. He added that nation's growth story will be changed with these reforms, and youth, neo-middle class, farmers, women and entrepreneurs will greatly benefit from this Budget Utsav. He highlighted that every state will be an equal partner in the journey of the nation's development. The Prime Minister said his government has simplified the tax system. He pointed out that his government gave priority to GST after coming to power in 2014 after consulting with states and stakeholders. He said dozens of taxes were done away with after the efforts of the centre and states. He said the new middle class has its own aspirations and highlighted steps taken by the government to ease their tax burden. He added that with next-gen GST reforms, the poor, new middle class and middle class have received double bonanza and now they will have to shell out less cash for appliances and vehicles. Modi said his government is moving ahead with the mantra of Nagrik Devo Bhava, and he also made a strong push for manufacturing in India. He urged MSMEs to manufacture best quality products that bring pride to the nation. And now we have the recap of the top stories. UCM President YK Dhiren lashes out at centre PR government for prioritizing festivals rather than resolving conflict. Twin death at RIMS Hospital due to alleged negligence sparks outrage. OPD services suspended over assault on consultant. And flood-affected victims of Mayang-Imphal eagerly wait for government's aid. That's all we have for today. Thank you for watching ISTV English News and good night.